to a tree house near Musanze. This is something that I saw on Airbnb a while ago and it looked really cool, and so I've managed to convince my friends Maya, Taya, Joe and Zuba to come with me. Now you might remember Maya and Taya because I spent 3 weeks sleeping on their couch in southern Spain last year. I'll leave a link to that little episode below, and we went off to Morocco together, and now she's in Rwanda, just coming to visit for a few weeks. So really looking forward to that. I only found out this morning that the place is not actually that close to the centre of Musanze. Is when we get there, we're going to have to get on a little boat and go across the lake to get to the tree house. And if you know me, you know that I am not that good at light packing. So we're only going for 2 nights. That bag there is completely full of snacks, so that isn't my fault. But then I've got my backpack and my clothes, and we've got to get all of that in the car. And then when we get there, we're going to have to put it all in a boat and hope that it doesn't sink. So let's go.
As we headed out of Kigali, the rain rolled in. And with that, the sunshine started to come out. Farewell, Kigali. That's the city over there. We were hitting the road kind of late because Joe had to finish work. The sun sets at 6 p.m. all through the year, and it's really pretty to see the lights coming on. There's going to be about a 3-hour drive to the dock. In Rwanda, L and R are completely interchangeable, resulting in some fun spellings like this. The last bit of road from the town to the docks is not lit. You have to be really careful driving at night because people, animals and vehicles all share the road. It's particularly dangerous when you get dazzled by oncoming headlights. We're currently driving towards the twin lakes of Ruhondo and Burera. The treehouse is over the other side of Lake Ruhondo, near Ruhondo Beach Resort. You leave your car in a secure car park and take one of the regular boats across. We weren't entirely sure what type of boat to expect. We were a little worried it might be an inflatable dinghy. Oh, there's a boat. That's a very decent boat. Oh, this is a proper boat.
This is exciting.
It is! Midnight boat ride.
Could you take this? Can I pass it to you once you're in?
I love the sound of the crickets and the frogs.
Could you take this?
How confident are we feeling about this?
How much? 51 out of 49.
No,
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
Great, I'm stuck with these 2 lunatics for the next few days. Hi guys, so we've just arrived at Ruhondo Beach Resort. We've taken the boat over from the other side of the lake to the restaurant that we're going to eat at tonight, and then we're going to go and find our tree house. And Mutzig has never tasted so good. Cheers! My friends were staying in the banana house,
which is a lodge for 4 people, 5 if somebody's willing to sleep on the couch. It's called the Banana House because everything's themed after, well, you can guess. Then it was time for me to climb up into the avocado house, so named because it's in the branches of an avocado tree.
Hi guys, so we've just had a really chill evening down in the Banana House, which is where Joe and Maya and the girls are staying tonight, and I've just climbed up these little wooden steps into the avocado tree, and I'm going to show you what it looks like properly in the morning because it's too dark, you can't see it, but it's really cute. It is in the branches of a giant avocado tree and it's on these really long wooden stilts, and out the window you can see the lake and the lights across the water, and you can just hear all of the crickets and like the frogs, the sound of Rwanda. It's absolutely beautiful. So my bed is here behind me. It's a little round house. I'll show you around properly in the daylight because you can't really see it so well at night, but I'll just quickly show you. There's a bathroom downstairs, I'll just show you that, and then I'm going to turn in for the night and we shall explore tomorrow. It's about 5:45 in the morning. I did not think that I would be awake at this time. I'll tell you more about that later, but as I am, the light is starting to come up and I'm getting my first glimpse through the window, so I thought I'd just show you. It's really amazing. So we're actually in an avocado tree. You see the light starting to come up. Right ahead of us, just here, you can see the lake, or at least you will do when it gets a bit brighter. And then over here, the sun's coming up over the hills. The sound is incredible. The birds, the crickets, it's really amazing. Oh, you can see the moon is still out straight ahead. Going to see if I can get a little bit more sleep. Good morning, guys. The sun is fully up and I'm not fully awake. It was quite a night. The sound was incredible. I mean, you could hear all of the crickets and, you know, I think the frogs down by the water. It was such an amazingly soothing sound until 4 a.m. when I don't know where it was. Maybe it was one of the other like huts, or maybe it was the restaurant we were at last night, but somewhere started blasting music really loud. 4 a.m. until about 5:30 in the morning. It was, oh my goodness me. Yeah, it was a bit of a shock to the system. It kind of pulled you out of nature and back into the real world. So yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep. I fell asleep about midnight, so I've only had about 4 hours sleep.
And then sort of the dawn chorus is really loud because you're in a tree. But it's really nice. It's very unusual. I like the fact that it's light now because I can see there's actually a giant branch going through the building, and also through the shower room down below, which I'm just going to go and use. I'm going to go and throw myself through the shower. Yeah, it's such an unusual place. I really, really like it. I mean, I would happily live in one of these if I could find a tree and build it. I think the only criticism I've got, small criticism, is they've put so much work into this building, but kind of the mosquito net is a bit of an afterthought. And for me, I never sleep without a mosquito net. You know, I've had malaria in the past, it wasn't fun. So I always have a mosquito net. Now, I didn't really hear many mosquitoes last night. It was pretty quiet, but I just kind of feel like they could have made a mosquito net that actually fits over the bed, because this one really doesn't. It's too small. I've had to clip it with my hair grip, and like you kind of wake up rolling around in it, which is never that much fun. So I think maybe that's the only thing I'd really change about this, is just to do something a bit more with the mosquito net and just make sure that it fits properly. But yeah, this place is amazing. It's great in the daylight because you can see that the roof is entirely made from banana leaves. It's incredible. I'm going to go and get cleaned up and see what the day holds in store. This is the view that you get whilst you're showering. Really, really pretty. There are actually avocados growing in the avocado tree. It's a nice electric shower, so the water's coming out nice and hot. That shower was absolutely delightful. It was really nice and wonderful just looking out across the lawn and the lake. There's also a little area here. There's no kitchen, but there's an area for tea and coffee. So there's tea, coffee, and a kettle in the morning if that's what you need. But I'm going to check up on my friends and see if they're ready for breakfast. Whilst the girls went off exploring and Joe took a nap, Maya and I headed down to the shore for a couple of beers and to stare at the lake. This is Lake Ruhondo, which together with Lake Burera make up the twin lakes in northern Rwanda. Despite being right next to each other, Burera is over 300 feet higher than Ruhondo, so some clever soul has attached a pipe from the upper lake to the lower lake and turned it into a hydroelectric plant. The twin lakes were formed from volcanic activity, and sitting on the shores of Ruhondo, you get a great view of the volcanic range. There are 5 in total, but from here you can see 3. From left to right, Sabinyo, Gahinga, and Muhabura. Sabinyo is the easiest to identify because it's got a knobbly top, which gives it its name, Teeth. Thank you, Mando. Whilst eating lunch, we saw one of the local vervet monkeys, who earlier in the morning had purloined our supplies. We spent the rest of the afternoon in the restaurant, enjoying the food and beer. And that evening, the girls taught me to play an incredibly complicated game of Connect 5. I definitely didn't win. It was a really lovely weekend, and I'll leave booking details below for as long as it's still available.